Welcome back to Pond House Garden. I am busy deadheading the rhododendrons, and it's end of day. The sun is just starting to set over there, and I love to come out at this time of day, spend my time reevaluating the garden, looking at plans I have, maybe a few ideas here and there that I want to do the next day, just winding down generally from the heat. It's really nice to come out after dinner time and work on a few garden chores when it's not so warm. We are up here in Zone 8, Zone 8B, for those of you who are just joining us, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And we are experiencing right now August temperatures during the month of May. It is ridiculous. So a lot of my rhododendrons that come up in April and then into May, the May blooming rhododendrons are blooming and losing their blooms within a couple days because the heat is just too great. So it's kind of a bad year for the rhodos for sure. And so we're keeping track and deciding whether we're gonna make some changes, whether we have to put more of these rhodos into the shady areas. We're not too sure, but we'll keep you posted for sure. In the meantime, a lot of them still did excellent. They are faring out okay. We are using shade cloths, as you can see behind me here. That's my pumpkin and squash patch. So we are having to put up shade cloths already in May because it is, like I said, August temperatures. We're hitting 30 to 32 degrees Celsius every day. Not normal for us at all. So that's what we're busy doing over the next week, is deadheading all the rhodos, letting them then, cleaning them up, making them look a little bit prettier for the garden, so we can see the foliage. But also when you deadhead, it allows the plant to then put its energy into the new growth for next year. So we are busy doing that. And this video showcases two very sentimental rhododendrons that graced our presence over this season. We had so many different rhododendrons, so many species, varieties. Some are so tall, some are so small, some look like trees, some look like shrubs. Oranges and yellows and purples and reds. I mean, so many different colors. It's just gorgeous. It's lovely to have the garden come to life in the month of April after a very long winter. But these two rhodos in particular, I wanted to share with you today. Like I said, they're very sentimental, and the first one has been propagated by my dad. And so without further ado, I'll let him show you the very first rhodo.
Here it is, March the 31st. This is a cross between Rhododendron Rita and Rhododendron calophytum. It's just waking up. We did this cross in 1990, and I think this is definitely worth waiting for. And it's over. March the 31st, we started filming, and now it's April 27th. So we got to look at that for a month. That isn't too bad. So this is the last of it. You watch it bud up, flower, die, then you deadhead. And I like to throw them on the ground because you get to see the flower twice as it dies down. But Don't tell Mom I said that. So, pretty easy. Do it as quickly as you can before it starts sending up its new buds, which are right there. And it's easy peasy. This one is a good one because it's not sticky. Some of them are just terrible being so sticky. Have you ever encountered them, Michelle?
Most of mine are extremely sticky. Looks good, Dad. I'll go put the coffee on.
I think so. A couple minutes work there, unless you're a fanatic, and we won't go mention any names there.
And then it's all done for another year.
Very nice. All right.
Looks good.
Over and out.
Thanks, Dad. So Dad crossed that between two rhododendrons. He created that one, and I don't think he has a name for that one yet. So stay tuned. If he does, I will let you know on a future video. But he said he crossed Rita and Calophytum. Now, Calophytum, just to let you know, grows in its natural state. It grows to 39 feet or 40 feet tall. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen with this new one that Dad has created. So stay tuned. Now, Rita is right behind me. And Rita Rhododendron is the other one that I want to show you today. That is one of the ones that Dad used for his cross. Rita Rhododendron was created by my Aunt Diane. So Rita is crossed with Rhododendron Mary's Favorite and Rhododendron Decorum. The two of those together created Rita Rhododendron, and Rita, it was named after Mom. So this rhododendron has moved with me every single time I have moved. It gets dug up and it comes with me to my new place. It sounds like I'm hopscotching all the time. I'm not. I've only moved her about 5 times, but she's fared out well every time. But this is about, she's about 40 years old now. So, you know, you can imagine you can't buy 40 years worth of growth. So she's definitely worth moving with me everywhere I go. Rita Rhododendron is not scented, but she has a beautiful pink bloom, and those blooms come out and cover the entire shrub. It is an evergreen shrub, so it's beautiful all year long to look at the foliage. But man, oh man, when that bloom comes out, well, you'll see. I was going to work the other morning, a couple weeks ago, and I came out and it was just the perfect time to view her. And so I'll show you that video. So I was just in the garden going to get mint leaves for my hot water so I could have my hot mint tea this morning. And look at Rita Rhododendron. Oh, she is so beautiful. And so I've taken photos every single day of her coming into bloom. But this morning, and unfortunately the video just doesn't do it justice, she is glowing pink. It looks so beautiful from the house, and especially when I walked beside her to go and get my mint leaves this morning, so I had to share. So she is fully out. Oh, fully, well, there's some still coming out, but she is looking fantastic. And just wait, over the next couple days, I'll continue to take photos because she ends up becoming a sea of pink blooms rather than seeing any green on her at all. So she's spectacular. I look forward to seeing her every year. So there you have it, Dad's cross and my Aunt Diane's cross. And also there is a Michelle rhododendron that's been crossed by Dad, and it is a cross between Rita and another rhododendron, and I'm gonna have to ask him more about it. My Michelle rhodo, not worth putting up on video right now. I don't know what I'm doing wrong to it. I'll figure it out. But my sister has Michelle rhodo, and it is looking phenomenal. So I'll be sure to share a video soon. The Michelle rhodo is a little bit paler pink than what the Rita rhodi is. So stay tuned. I'll post that soon. So that's it. The very next week, we're going to be cleaning up all the rhododendrons, and we're going to get ready to start planting the dahlias at Pond House Garden. So to be continued. Dad has announced too at Pond House Garden that he is going to be building his own rhododendron propagating area on one side of the house. So I'm super excited. This is a dream of his that he's wanted for so many houses now. And so he finally gets it on his retirement home. So it's going to have this beautiful trellis and this mist system and tables that he can use to do all of his propagating and his cuttings and whatnot. So I'm very, very excited for him. And I'll be sure to video the entire journey from when he starts to build to the very end when he's actually propagating. Remember, until next time, your dreams can become a reality just like ours have become. All you have to do is take that very first step. And maybe this year, it's going and buying your very first rhododendron, putting it in the ground, looking at it all year long, and waiting for that magical day next spring when it finally comes into bloom. Until next time, have a fantastic day. Buddy, what are you doing? Are you taking in the sunshine too while I'm deadheading? Should we go to Nana Papa's? Let's go to the pond house. Let's go.